If you have multiple users of this workbook, you might want to think out a couple of schemes regarding who can access the workbook. In other words, who can open it and also who can make changes to it. When you save a workbook, you have options. For example, if we click the File tab in the ribbon and choose Save As and recognize I am using Windows 8, you might not be, but no matter what you're using here, if you go to the appropriate location where you're about to save the current file, you're likely to see a dialog box, and although perhaps a little different than this, it probably has the general characteristics. The term we're looking for here is going to be Tools, often in the lower right-hand corner, and then General Options. You'll see a password to open, password to modify. The more you think about these possibilities, you might realize that there are actually 3 possible scenarios. One of them might be the following. You've got an organization of say 10 or 15 people. 8 or 10 of these people might be allowed to open this file. You've decided to allow those people to open the file, and so you provide a password for opening, provide a password. For all those people that can open it, they can all modify, so we don't have a password to modify maybe. So one option here is simply to provide a password to open this file, and only some people know that. We'll put it in again. And when we save our file, that password is in effect, we're replacing it and it's open right now. So I'll close it, I'll just use Ctrl+W, that's a fast way. And the next time I want to open this, I can go to the File tab in the ribbon, and since it's a recently used file, I'll just go to the bottom of the screen. Choose Security and Sharing, and there it is. It asked me for the password. OK. And now what can we do? We can make changes to it. We can do whatever we want. In other words, if you've got the password to open the file, you can make changes to it. You've got free reign. Now, let's imagine we change our minds. A little more security conscious here. Now these 8 or 10 people that can open this file, only some of them are allowed to make changes. We've decided that. So let's go back to the File tab in the ribbon. Save as, same location as before. This time the Tools button, General Options. We're going to provide a password to modify. Now in this scenario there is a password to open the file, and let's say 8 or 10 people have that, but password to modify, only 4 people have this, or 3, or whatever is necessary. So we click OK and we put in the password again, of course, and OK. And let's save this, already exists. We'll close it. Once again, Ctrl+W is a fast way to do that. At a later time we open it, I'll click File. It's down the left-hand side. There it is, Security and Sharing. There is our password to open because we didn't take it off, we put it in, and we also get this prompt. This is reserved by me. Enter password for write access or open read only. So I might be another user here who hasn't been given the password, but I can still open this but in read-only format. If I am the person who's been given the password and I'm about to make some changes, maybe I'll put in the password and click OK. So that's a second scenario. A third scenario would be as follows. You allow anybody to open it, but only some can make changes to it. So in this scenario we do not provide a password to open, but we do provide one to modify. So in thinking these out, you might want to sketch this out on a whiteboard or a large sheet of paper or whatever, and make sense to think these things out. Let's go back to File, Save As again, once again going to the appropriate location, and this time under Tools General Options we turn off the password to open, but we leave the password to modify. And so it's best to have thought out these possibilities and see which is going to work best for your environment. This time we'll do a save. Again, just press Ctrl+W to close this, and what happens to the next time we open the file? Once again, clicking the File tab, choosing this File Security and Sharing, there it is. Nothing about really opening the file, but we do see the prompt about the ability to change it. And if we want to make changes, we'll provide the password. If not, it will be open as read-only. But everybody can open it. So 3 different ideas behind applying passwords, both to open a file or to open and make changes to the file, or simply to make changes, all by way of file save as and them using tools under General Options.